Hi, I'm Farese. I'm 19 years old, sailing together with Matthäus in the Nacra 17, and I live in Neusiedl on Lake Neusiedl.
I'm Matthäus Zöchling, I'm also 19 years old, and I live in Vienna, but we're both from the Union Yacht with Neusiedl. I think the Nacra 15 is already built to prepare for the Olympic campaign for the 17. So in general, the boat, the setup, the lines, the systems are quite similar, with the only big difference are the foils. So in the Nacra 15 you still have the sea boards, the sea foils, where you don't really come out of the water. And here on the new Nacra 17 you have the set foils, so at a certain speed you really come out of the water and fly above the water.
Well, first of all, foiling, because it's the first boat I sail which is foiling. Then probably, I don't know, that it's nice to compete in the Nacra 17. And yeah, it's also getting quite fast.
I would also go for fast, then I would choose wild, because really in the flat water it's quite okay to sail, but as soon as there are big waves, as in Japan for example, you really sometimes need to hold on not to fall off the boat when it jumps and when it crashes. And well, I also go with the foiling. Also in the Gennaker we have a really nice kite sheet, you can see here. It is at the same time very grippy in the hand, but also it grips in the block. So to hold the kite, which very often has a lot of pressure, you really need this line not to slip through your hand, so your fingers don't break. And you can really hold this pressure of the big kite when the puff comes in. And one other line I'm always quite fascinated by is the dynamo of the trapeze, because it's only 3 millimeters thin, and it can hold up to I think it was 1,200 kilos, which I think is amazing for a line thin like this.
Well, we were not able to sail, but still we could train at home. And we got a lot of training plans from our fitness coach. And then me, for example, I just worked a lot in the garden and exercised there, and went running, biking, and also swimming in the lake when it was warm enough. Yeah, so this was just a few plans. Well, first of all, we try to be in the venue, or we are in the venue mostly at least 1 week before. And then 2 days before the racing, we usually take a day off. And the day before racing, we go out for a short session and do some maneuvers and probably a little race. And yeah, before the race, we also really check all the ropes, the bungees, if they're still okay or we have to change them.
Most of the time before the really important races, we need to always take care of our rudders and boards of the foils, because during the time and with a lot of training hours, of course, they get also used. So we try to make them perfect and send out every scratch before the important races. And I think then in the morning, before we go on the water, each of us has like their own fields of work, what we prepare, what we always prepare. So for example, Laura always puts in the kite, I always hoist the jib, So there we have our own areas where everybody knows what to take care of.
Yeah, for example, every sailor at least forgot once the watch, which is really important for sailing. Or also, for example, here is a bungee around the tiller, and once we forgot to put this bungee on, and so the tiller went off during racing, which is also not very nice.
I remember this when Laura was holding the tiller extension and she couldn't steer anymore because it wasn't touched, and she was screaming a bit, but then she was grabbing just in the back and still steering the boat, and we managed to put it back on. For me, one was a stupid mistake that I used quite an old trapeze harness, and during the regatta suddenly it opened on one side, so I was hanging in the trapeze, half turned, almost falling in the water. And after this race we closed it properly, and we had to tape around with duct tape so it wouldn't open again. For me, I never remembered how to put this lake and how to
and where the snake and the tree.
Yeah, so for me it's easier if I just do I don't know how it's called in English, a Luftmasche. Luftmasche is usually this thing where you just pull and it opens. So I do the Luftmasche. And then, very easy, I go with this end through the Luftmasche, hold it here, and then I just pull. Then I also have a bowline. And this is very quick compared to this lake and snake. The only thing where I cannot use it is with really big ropes, or if I need to tie a very small bowline. But for this usual everyday, it's really this is my personal trick how to do it.